Bucks players and the team were already very vocal and active about race and racial injustice prior to yesterday, but the boycott decision was unprecedented.
So joining us now is Alex Lasry, Senior Vice President with the Milwaukee Bucks, to talk more about the team. And Alex, let's start with your tweet from yesterday about this boycott. It's just in part now. Change needs to happen. I'm incredibly proud of our guys, and we stand 100% behind our players, ready to assist and bring about real change. Now, I know that you have been working here in Milwaukee and you know the issues that we struggle with here. So I'm asking this question kind of knowing the answer. Were you surprised by this team's decision?
I mean, look, this was something that is unprecedented. So when something unprecedented happens, it can tend to be surprising. But I think this fits in right with the culture and the personality of this team. When there's something that they see as wrong and that they want to stand up for, they're going to do so. And we've always been there right behind them, supporting and trying to do whatever we can.
Alex, as you know, there have been a lot of opinions out there about the boycott. I want you to listen into something that Jared Kushner said. He is the president's son-in-law and a senior advisor. Let's hear what he said.
I think that the NBA players are very fortunate that they have the financial position where they're able to take a night off from work without having to have the consequences to themselves financially. So they have that luxury, which is great. Look, I think with the NBA, there's a lot of activism, and I think that they've put a lot of slogans out, but I think that what we need to do is turn that from slogans and signals to actual action that's going to solve the problem.
So your thoughts on that, and how do you turn slogans into actual action?
I mean, I think some of those words are pretty ironic coming from Jared Kushner, but I mean, look, what the players did was they potentially sacrificed a lot. And, the season was, we're still learning if it's going to come back to play. I mean, what they sacrificed and put on the line, I think is incredible. And what they said is, we want action. And it's funny, hearing from the administration right now, because they're in a place to actually have results and have action, and they haven't done anything. Our guys would love nothing more, and Doc Rivers has said this, he'd love nothing more than to just be a basketball coach. But unfortunately, those in, Republicans in Washington and in our state capital aren't doing their jobs. And so, our guys called them out on it. And so to say that, they're in a fortunate position, I can't even imagine what they're going through, seeing, week after week, unarmed African Americans getting shot. And I think that was unfortunate comments by Jared Kushner, but I'd also say, okay, do your job and, pass some reform.
If nothing less, the players brought the issue to the forefront and made it the headlines, not only in the news cycle, but in the sports cycle as well. Alex Lasry with the Bucks, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
All right, let's talk about